This is one that, I'm definitely not here to dispel anything or to, try and act like some hoity-toity, but I can tell you that after a whole lot of research and hanging out with some really smart, geeky guys, I kind of figured out a lot about live well care. And I saw that gave you guys a lot of questions in the last one. First of all, smallmouth require 25% more oxygen than largemouth to stay alive. Fact. Just different kind of fish. So here we are, innovators in the smallmouth world, fishing these monster tournaments on Lake Erie for the first time, destroying boats. I mean, this is infancy of Great Lakes tournament fishing, and now we're thrown into a situation where we got to try and figure out how to bring 20-pound plus bags of fish for co-anglers and pros, 40 plus pounds of smallmouth in these little live wells and drive them across Lake Erie and get them in alive. Because you all know what happens in a bass tournament if you don't have your fish alive, right? You lose poundage, and that's instant ways to lose multiple places, especially in these big smallmouth tournaments where everybody does good. I don't know how many tens of thousands of dollars I've won by having lively fish, but it's a lot. It's every tournament, somebody should be much higher than they are in the tournament because they kill their fish in the Great Lakes. It's a lot of fish. When you start getting thrown into that environment and you start doing the research and you start figuring out what happens, here's what I can tell you is that, like Pete said earlier, the best thing you can do is to reduce the water temperature. That should always be your first thing. And I'm going to go out, and this is going to be the only bold statement I probably will make. Ice cannot kill your fish. The only way ice can kill your fish is if you dump so much in that you decrease the water temperature so rapidly you send them into shock and kill them. Nothing in the ice itself can melt into the water and give you any kind of toxicity, chlorine poisoning, or anything. For two reasons. Number one, when you turn water to ice, 90+% of the chlorine in the water evaporates before it freezes. Tested it myself with strips. Secondly, most importantly, every live well care additive you use, catch and release, please release me, rejuvenate, U2, all that stuff, the biggest first ingredient is a dechlorinator. You can't have too much chlorine that stuff won't take it out. It's impossible. The reason I say that is because typical of bass fishing media, I'll read a magazine every now and then where some guy will be interviewed and say, I don't use ice because it could kill your fish. That is absolutely untrue. Okay, I've used hundreds of thousands of pounds of ice in my live wells. So that's the first thing. When you reduce the temperature of water, you increase its ability to carry oxygen. 50-degree water can hold 4 to 5 times the amount of oxygen of 70-degree water. You get what I'm following at there? And if you look at it, if you guys, no one wants to go back to math class, but it's not like a curve like this. It's one of these deals where as you reduce it a little bit more, you're gaining more and more and more of what you can hold as far as oxygen in that water. So what I'm getting at is, while we don't need to drop the water temperature from 80 to 50, just dropping it 5, 6, 8, 10 degrees already gives you an environment that is going to be better before you do anything more. It's going to potentially, you know what I'm saying? It's like saying I don't even know how to compare it, but you have more ability to put oxygen than in the water because it's colder. And every time you run your pumps, when you're spraying those pumps, what your pumps are doing is they're taking water from the live well or from the lake, whichever. They run it through the pump. The pump shoots it down where it hits the air and then splashes, and that air rolls into the water, and that's how you recirculate air into your water and keep your fish alive, right? That's what that is. Well, now your water can hold 4 times more air. So as your fish are sucking it out of there and you're trying to increase it, you're just buying a bigger bus to transport, you know what I mean? Like you're way better off to start with. So what you want to do is you want to continuously keep that water as cool as you can without having, you know, a shock situation when the fish are coming in and out of it. Again, you don't go from 80 to 50. You want to get it down 10, 15 degrees if you can. You'll be able to hold more oxygen. Then when you do all these other steps to put oxygen into it, it's going to hold more, so you're going to be in a better situation. Use ice. Keep ice in the bag. Take the entire bag of ice in a normal bass boat with 2 live wells. See, it's another thing people don't really understand. Bass boat live wells in today's day and age are like 22 to 35 gallons. Ever notice that when you fill your live wells, how slow your boat gets on plane? It's because that water weighs 200 pounds because you're lugging 30 gallons of it around. Okay, so 1 7-pound bag of ice in 30 gallons of water, if we had a thing here, I mean, think about that. Think about what a 30-gallon drum would look like. It's like 1 big ice cube in your drink.
I hope you enjoyed the preview clip, and for more like that and the entire collection, subscribe to the Bass University TV. And if you want the tackle that you see on there, I want you to go to the Bass University Tackle Shop, powered by Tackle Warehouse, and click right here, and it's all at your fingertips.
You want to become a better angler?
You want to catch more and bigger bass at your local pond?
Then check out Bass University TV for hardcore bass fishing information.
Hey, I'm Pete Gluzek,
And I'm Mike Iaconelli.
and this is Bass University TV.
Welcome to Bass University TV, an online video training course where you'll learn champion bass fishing techniques from pro anglers Pete Gluzek, Mike Iaconelli, and their talented special guests.
Everywhere I go in the country, I'm trying to use these techniques because I catch big fish that way.
From on the water to in the classroom,
We want to use that bait to help make that area even smaller and really find that sweet spot.
you'll learn sound techniques and strong fundamental bass fishing skills.
You want something that's got a nice limber action, that's going to allow you to build pressure and keep those hooks pinned against that fish's mouth.
Watch hours of video content on multiple topics at your own pace for a low monthly fee. Cancel at any time.
Hold on, because you're going to catch some big fish.
Information is power in the sport of fishing, so learn from the very best.
That's a key theory in all of fishing.
Subscribe to Bass University TV today.
Man, does it trigger a lot of strikes.
Here's the part that you're not going to hear anywhere else. This is the Bass University TV exclusive.